What I find funny about a lot of these make money online ads and courses and stuff like that, it's always like the person went from homeless to six figures, or from sleeping on the couch to six figures. Why can't it just be regular people going from their regular corporate job to an actual business? Like, how, Sway? How?
Empower yourself and don't need them, and do it yourself.
How,
In fact,
Sway?
you take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
And why? But anyways, so we're gonna have more of a realistic type of story, courtesy of Ryan Scribner. The video is called "Quit My $70,000 Job." Quit my $70,000 job after learning this lesson about money. But yo, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the mother effing channel. And goal on this channel is to make sure that you are entertained, that you are laughing, but most importantly, that you're learning something that you can apply to your own personal life, your head top, and make it better. So, you know, Millie Rock. Whoa, pick it. Whoa. But yeah, so I talk about addiction, specifically weed, and also financial literacy stuff. So I'm gonna be reacting to his story, add my little commentary as well. So let's get into it, shall we? Just hop right in. Oh, and I also have other financial literacy videos, but you can probably watch it up here. But yeah.
So I had a union job, a very safe job, and I was making $70,000 a year with a guaranteed six-figure income within 5 years. But as soon as I learned this fact about money, I decided to quit that job entirely, and today I'm going to teach that to you. And what I'm going to show you today is the most important lesson on money that I have ever learned. I did not learn it until I was well past the days of being in high school or being in college, and it's too bad that you don't learn this in high school because it would have dramatically changed the decisions I made up until that point. Now, luckily, I did learn about this when I was about 20 years old, and so I had a lot of time to adjust my sales and do something drastically different with my life. But I want to show you guys this rule or this lesson today, and I hope that this sparks something in your brain and makes you decide to also change your sales and consider doing something else other than what everyone else out there is doing in terms of going out there, getting a job, working at 9 to 5. And I want to explain that to you guys now. So first of all, I want to ask you if this formula here looks familiar to you. It goes something along the lines of this. You earn a certain dollar amount per hour times 40 hours a week, and at the end of the week, you get a paycheck. I want to ask you guys, where did you learn this formula? Was this from your parents? Did you learn this in school? Or where did you learn about this simple concept that dollar amount times time equals paycheck? I'll share my experience with you. I learned this from my parents when I was 12 years old, and I decided to start a business doing some lawn mowing and landscaping for my neighbors. And I was asking my dad, so how do I do this? He says, well, you have to figure out what you're willing to work for per hour, and then you're going to work a certain number of hours, and then you make your money at the end of the week or end of the day, depending on the job. So I told myself my time was worth $10 an hour, and I would work for 4 hours on a Saturday, and I would make $40, and as a 12-year-old, I was pretty happy. But that was the very first time in my life that I instilled this in my brain, that time equals money. So let's say that I decided to take that landscaping or...
You know how I look at it now is like based on like, you know, the YouTube channel I have and like the course I sell, like the addiction course specifically. It's like if I get the course essentially costs like $100. So I get 10 sales, and like if I only got one sale a day, right, for 30 days in a month, that's still like $3,000. That's the way I look at it now compared to this, right? But I also used to work as a server more often, so I know the grind. Like you maximum you get as a server maybe what, $16-18, and then times that by 8 hours, and you can only work so much, right? That's the thing with this. The thing with this is like you can only work so much. But with YouTube videos, people are constantly watching the videos. So if you can start making videos on YouTube, I think arguably the best way to start a business is to start making YouTube videos. The overhead is low, the cost is low. The only cost is really your time. The time and energy it takes to edit, right? If you, let's say you bought a course online or something, even just simple Amazon product reviews, right? Whatever you have at home, review it, post it online, leave an affiliate link to US, UK, Canada, and forever, as long as that product is popular, people will always look for reviews before they actually try and buy the product. So let's say the item costs $100 and Amazon pays you a 10% fee. I'm just saying, for example, right? It rarely goes up to 10% when it comes to Amazon's affiliate commission. But $100, one sale every day for 30 days, that's like $10 every day. So maybe a few $100s right there as extra income, right? So that's the way you should be thinking about it right now. Like, how much of this can I sell multiple times to get me the end product, as opposed to hours and time in exchange.
One mowing job or business I had started and run with it, and I decided that I wanted to work 40 hours a week at that job. I'd say I did that through all my teenage years, and I made $10 an hour. So following the basic equation that you work a 40-hour work week and you work for $10 an hour, that means I would make $400 per week. Now let's say that I didn't have enough money, I wasn't making enough money, and I wanted to make more money. So if you're unhappy with the amount of money you're making, you basically have two options here, because there's two variables that control your paycheck. First of all, that is the time, the amount of time you're spending actually working. And second of all, it's going to be the skill, which is going to determine the hourly rate at which you are paid. So if you're looking to make more money, there are primarily three different things you can do, and I call this the bad solution, the better solution, and the good solution. So first of all, let's start with the bad solution. The bad solution is to start working more hours and sacrifice more of your time in order to make more money. In my opinion, this is completely ludicrous. I would never want to work more than 40 hours a week, and why people do this is absolutely beyond me. But I'll share my personal experience here. I used to work at a job where I was surrounded by people who would brag about the amount of money they were making, but they weren't bragging in terms of, oh, I went home and I started my own passive income business online, or I'm doing drop shipping and I'm making $2,000 a month. They were bragging about the fact that they were sacrificing their nights and their weekends and sacrificing their family's happiness in order to spend more hours working at that job. And if you ask me, that is nothing to brag about. But that is what these people did. They sacrificed their time in order to make more money, and that's a very bad solution to this problem. I'm talking about people that would work 70, 80, even 90 hours a week to make $150,000 a year. And it's just, why would you even bother doing that? Why would you sacrifice your time to make more money? Anyways, that's the bad solution to this problem. The better solution is to learn a more valuable skill. So if you're making $10, $15, maybe $20 an hour, and you're saying, I want to make more money, then you go out there and you learn a more valuable skill. Maybe you go to college, maybe you go take an online course and you learn how to do.
Or you can always do side hustles. Side hustles are definitely another wave. The best side hustle for me, I would say, just to start making YouTube videos, to be honest. But also, obviously, you can also do like Postmates, Uber Eats, and stuff like that. So if you don't have the time or energy to learn a new skill, then just replace it with a extra side hustle. I'm still working more, but it's not as, I guess, stringent, or the time commitment isn't there as much. Like these types of stuff, Uber Eats, YouTube, Postmates, stuff like that. There's more leniency in terms of like, it just really depends on how much time you want to put into it.
Online marketing, something like that. Whatever it is, you're learning a more valuable skill, which is going to increase the rate at which someone will pay you for 1 hour of your work. But the best solution has nothing to do with this formula at all. In fact, the best solution is to follow a different model. And the thing is, so few people understand the fact that there's a different model out there when it comes to making money. Because what this tells us here is that time is always a variable in the amount of money that you are making. You either have to sacrifice more of your time or figure out how to make more money per hour that you are working, but you can make money in ways that do not involve your time. So when I was 20 years old, I started exploring different ways to make money. I read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I read a book called Click Millionaires, all about how people became millionaires off of the internet. And I started thinking about the type of income I was earning. And that's when I learned that I was earning something called active income. And what that meant is I only made money when I was actively working. So for those 8 hours a day, I would make money, but on the weekends and on the off hours, I made absolutely $0. And the major flaw with active income is that your time is always involved with this type of income. That is when I started to learn about something called passive income. And I know people right now are going to say, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I know what passive income is, but have you ever really thought about it? Have you ever really thought about the fact that you can put in effort today and build something that will pay you every single month, every single week, or even every single day for the rest of your life? But so few people are actually willing to put in that initial work today to build a passive income stream. But I told myself I was willing to put in that effort and do whatever it takes to earn passive income and get out of this trap of earning active income. So let me explain it to you this way. Passive income is very simple. You're earning money off of your past effort. So your past effort determines your paycheck. Now, I've always enjoyed making videos and talking to people and learning and exploring new ideas, so I decided that a YouTube channel would be a good way for me to make passive income. It makes sense. I'm making money off of videos I've done previously. I make money from ad revenue. It results in sales for my membership site and my course as well, and all of that is based on my past effort. My course that I put together that I still make money from is one that I made many months ago.
And the thing with YouTube is you don't need a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, right? Like a lot of financial channels, right? They can make a lot of money based off smaller amount of views because advertisers are willing to pay more for a financial related video. So I'm just saying, bro, product reviews, affiliate marketing for courses that you've taken or you recommend, and just talking on YouTube. You don't need a lot of subscribers. You don't need tens of thousands of subscribers. You just need find your niche, whatever it is. Even just talking about how much money you make at your job people in general love to hear about money and how much money you could be making at XYZ position, right? So even just talking about your experience, wherever you are right now in life, just talk about your experience. Somebody on YouTube will always end up relating to you. If you don't know how to edit videos, everything that you see on my channel, I edit, shoot, film off of my iPhone. I just have a simple tripod setup, iPhone, and I go and I record. So you want to watch that? I made a whole like playlist for that up in the cards, so check that out.
Many months ago, but I still make money because I'm being paid for my past effort. That is what passive income is. Now, how passive is my business? I want to answer that question very simply, and here's how I answered this. I took a look at just the ad revenue for my YouTube channel, and I decided to split up the percentage of the amount of revenue I've made in the last 7 days, and what percentage of that came from the videos I posted that week versus ones I've posted previously. And what I found is that 17% of my ad revenue came from the videos I had posted that week, and 83% of my income came from my past effort, the past videos that I posted that continue to get the views. If that doesn't motivate you and get you excited, I have no idea what will, guys. I just want you to understand there's a lot of different ways out there that you can make money, and a lot of them involve the internet. And if you have any thought in your mind that you have the idea of starting a blog or starting a YouTube channel or starting a podcast or anything like that, just fucking do it, all right? I know it took me a long time to really start doing this, but there's so many opportunities out there, and this is such a new area as far as building a channel and building an audience online and personal branding and all of this and being an influencer and sharing your message with people. And I know there's always the argument of, oh, is it too late to start on YouTube? Well, if I told myself it was too late back in 2016, I wouldn't have a six-figure online business right now. So to answer the question of is it too late, it's never too late until the platform is shutting down. If you logged on tomorrow and YouTube had a message on the homepage that said YouTube is closing, we're shutting down forever, okay, maybe it's too late now, but until that day comes, it's never too late to start something.
And even the thing is, right, people say, oh, YouTube won't last forever, Instagram won't last forever, look at Vine, stuff like that. But you could get fired on any given day. Any position, you could, nothing is stable. And rather than having your livelihood be in someone else's hand, someone else's decision, let it be in your hand too, right? And even if you do want to quit, save up at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, and then focus wholeheartedly on your business, or save those 3 to 6 months of expenses so that you can work less hours and start spending your time on your side hustle more often. Specifically, ideally YouTube, because people are constantly watching videos, you know what I'm saying?
It's never too late to start earning passive income online. And I know the excuse that some of you are going to give me right now is the fact that not everyone out there can start a YouTube channel, because if everyone has a YouTube channel, nobody will have the time to watch it. But what I want to ask you is, how many people do you think are actually even watching a video right now about how to make more money? Because last time I checked, about 90 to 95% of the people out there are asleep in life. They don't have any idea what's going on around them. They have no idea they can make money in other ways. They're on autopilot going through life. Now, of those small amount of people that decide they want to learn how to make more money, what percentage are actually going to commit and put that effort in and decide they're going to commit to making money online and actually see it through? We're talking about a fraction of 1% at the end of the day as far as people who actually watch a video like this, take action on that advice, and stick with it.
Long story short, I see a lot of channels on YouTube that have 100,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers, and they post like once a month or once every 2 weeks or once every 2 months or so. There's enough space. Everybody can eat. Everybody eats, okay? Anybody and everybody can eat on this platform.
Little baby, you can have some too. The babies be a little scared, so you just gotta toss that to it. This is for the baby. Eat that, baby. Yeah. Everybody eats. Everybody eats, man. And
the thing with this platform compared to other platforms is you don't constantly have to be posting to get views. If you make an evergreen video, like things that's something that people will constantly be searching about or like looking to get answers to, you'll always have a place on the platform. So start where you are with what you have, because what you have is enough. If you want to start making YouTube videos on YouTube and sharing your experience, I have a whole playlist dedicated to how to make videos on your iPhone in the cards. Check that out. But you want to learn more about financial education, also in there. And if you struggle with an addiction, specifically weed, I got you covered as well. But God bless, much love, peace, and joy. Namaste. Always remember, if it doesn't feed you, do not water it. Remember as well, too much of any good thing is good for nothing. Alright, fam. Deuces.
Aiming from Niger to London. She don't get easy where she come from. She came here to live a better life. That's why I'm married to the money, that's my fucking wife. Ain't no one in the room that can test me.